Yay.
Oh, are you tired this week?
I'm tired.
I'm tired this week.
This is a tired episode. We're back down to that,
This is the nap episode.
All
where we
right.
just take a nap.
I'll take a nap. Perfect.
Okay.
Imagine having an entire episode.
The sleeping episode.
The sleeping episode.
Oh, I had a question for you
Oh?
that I wanted to say right when we started, and I forget what it was. Oh, darn it. I don't remember what it was. Oh, no, I just look silly.
What's your name?
There's going to be you gotta feel like an office cold open.
Oh.
And then I just ruined it because I don't remember what it is.
I don't know if you know what this is from, but what's your name?
Yeah, I don't know what that's from.
Oh no, you gotta answer it, and there's like 3 different questions. Yeah. What's your name? And then what is your quest?
Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. It feels like a party every day. Hey, Jesse.
No, and then what is your quest, and then what is your favorite color? And then or there's 3 different answers. Have you seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
No.
Oh.
Well, I think I have,
no.
but I was like looking at my phone.
Go watch it.
I really do.
You would hate it. I think you would like it, but you would hate it at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Today's kind of actually, besides being the what's it called? The sleeping episode.
Yeah.
It's also kind of the show and tell episode.
Yes, I've got things in the mail. So for our wild world things, we now have a drone.
We have a drone.
This is a DJI Mini.
Well, he
3.
has a
have
drone, and he's gonna be using it.
I have a drone. It's great. This is a DJI Mini 3. It was I could have gotten the Pro. The Pro would have been a good option, but it's like $200 more. So,
Dang.
but yeah,
I'm gonna check our camera real quick because it looks a little dark. There we go.
Yeah,
It
yes,
was a little
perfect.
dark.
Now you can see how white I am.
Yeah, white and pasty.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have a drone.
It's got a gimbal on it.
Welcome
too,
to
so.
Yap-Trap, because we did say that.
Oh yeah.
Earlier.
We haven't rolled the intro even.
No.
We can do that now.
Yeah, we can do that now. I've kind of wanted a drone, but I have. Oh my, he's gonna fly it.
I'm just gonna let it hover for a minute. Oh, I gotta get the.
Ah!
It takes a minute for it to set up. So this is neat. I got it going to 22 miles an hour earlier.
Whoa.
They say it can go up to 30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it 4K?
Yeah. So
nice.
Like, what is going on?
Too dark? Or do you have to take the cover off the thing?
Oh, I thought I did. I could have sworn I took that off. Yeah, now it'll be happy.
I'm terrified.
It's not stuck anymore. The gimbal's not stuck anymore. I don't know why you're
If I got one, I definitely want one with like the screen in the remote. Too.
Yeah. So a lot of people don't like this because apparently this doesn't have as far of a signal as if you just use your phone.
Really?
But that's because the one that uses the phone has it's based off of the controller. It's not based off of the phone. And so it's also got like antennas on it too. This doesn't have antennas. But so like I can control the gimbal from the remote. I can like zoom.
That's
Which
cool.
it's got,
That's pretty nice.
yeah. And mind you, this isn't like just even raw footage. This is low quality footage right now as is, because it. I don't know why they do it that way, but they do. So
Here we go. Oh my word.
so it stays in one place pretty well.
That's what I've heard from DJI drones, where they're really good at hovering in one place,
Yeah.
even in the wind.
Yeah, it was. I've been. Today was the first calm day I've gotten. Today is the first calm day I've gotten though, which was amazing to fly this in.
Yeah.
So, this is the footage I'm going to be putting in this. A little bit of the footage I'm going to be putting in this episode. So one, you know how my town's layout kind of is, right?
So do I think.
So when you're coming to my house, like right before you get to my house, there's a creek that you cross over.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sitting on the back porch when I'm flying over that creek.
So you're a ways away.
I'm quite a ways away. Well, but this is also hold on when you low res
preview.
So this is still pretty
it's just
good.
Streaming it from the SD card
Yes.
in there, isn't it?
Yep.
Wow.
You can see fish and everything in the creek, and then
That's cool.
here I plant like straight down that. Yeah, here. So mind you, where I was originally was at 57 feet above the creek. Now
Whoa.
it's going up to 110 to return to home.
Oh, that's where you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa.
My house is over there.
That's crazy.
And I'm on the back porch.
That's
flying it
awesome.
like that. Yeah.
Man, I'd be a little scared.
Supposedly they can get up to like supposedly they can get 10 kilometers, which is about 5 miles. You're not supposed to fly out of sight, so that was a little out of sight, and then this one was like when I got it out today when I got home.
Whoa, that pole is a little close.
I was watching it. I wasn't like looking at the screen.
Yeah.
I did make sure I wasn't gonna hit the pole, but
man, that's so cool though.
Yeah, and then out there, yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
See, this is why I've always wanted a drone, because it's like you can get so much cool footage out of them.
It is. They are.
But I've always been like, man, that seems really expensive for what maybe I won't use very often.
See, that's the thing. I like to just take them out and fly too. So like, I'll use this all the time.
Yeah. May I pick it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Will it kill me?
No.
Wow. Oh my goodness, it's so light too.
Yeah. It's got to be under 250 grams. Anything above that, I think that's the weight for it. You have to have a
permit.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, the gimbal's cool. I heard a beep.
Yeah. I think it was it being mad at you for like how you turning it like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
that's awesome. Where do I?
I'm not gonna.
I'll just sit them down over there.
Okay, so like literally, like this isn't like most cheap drones. You can literally just pull down and then push up and it'll fly. This one you have to take both of them and do that, and then it does only that.
And then you push down and it turns off. That's really cool.
So
now I'm even more thankful that I'm friends with you, so I don't have to buy a drone. I can just say, hey, James, can you film this for me?
Yeah, exactly. Which is what, like, a lot of the things I was doing with it today without the wind and everything was I'm trying to learn, like, shots with it, like, how to do certain shots without making it look just...
making it look like a drone.
Yeah. So.
I'm sorry, I'm eating. He came right when supper time is at my house. Well, that's cool.
And then I also got a GoPro.
And he got a GoPro to add to the arsenal,
I did.
and he 3D printed some stuff, so we won't have a crotch cam again
Exactly.
on the kayaking episodes.
And I can actually, did I delete that footage or no? I was gonna say I can actually probably. I went fishing
yeah,
and I took video, but I don't remember if I deleted it or not because the issue is I didn't. I caught 2 fish. Both of them were after both GoPros died.
they died.
They both died.
Darn it.
Yeah. So yeah, they both died, and I was like, oh great. And so I was like, I'm just gonna keep fishing then without worrying about GoPros. Like literally, it was like 5 minutes later, I caught a fish. I was like, perfect.
Mm.
Turned this one on like just long enough to take a video of the fish, and I was like, and then I went through and I was like going to edit, and I was like, there's nothing to edit here. This is all just junk footage, really.
Yeah.
So
I guess you could use it eventually for something you're voicing over, or just like
maybe
if you're just wanting to talk about something, you can just have that going. I don't know.
yeah.
Because I know I definitely will eventually have just first person kayak footage of just me someday, just to use to voice over something.
And that's what I might do. Like next time, even is not worry about it facing me at all, and just have it facing the water as I'm going. So, but
yeah,
this one's great, and you pointed this out when about how you liked it. Is it's got two. Yeah, I'm ignoring that by the way.
okay, good.
It's got two.
I tooted. That's what he was ignoring.
Yeah.
But now he can't ignore it because I just said it out loud.
Got two GoPro mounts, so
that's
both of
nice.
them with the cool magnetic thing.
Yeah,
I didn't know they did until you showed me that on yours.
so this is an 11 mini.
Yeah,
which means basically just the 11, but it doesn't have the screen.
it also doesn't have batteries that.
Oh, it doesn't have batteries you swap
Yeah.
out. It's just an internal battery.
Yeah.
Okay.
But good thing about that is I can charge it while it's still recording. Unlike my hero session where you can't, this one you can. Which when I'm on the water is not very helpful, but like, I mean it is, but it isn't because I don't really want to have this open.
Yeah.
While I'm on the water, but when it's just like whatever I'm doing, like especially if I'm using the motorcycle, I could put like a little external battery thing. So.
Oh, you know what we should do sometime? Somehow like get some video with the drone of you riding your bike around.
I want to do
cool
that, yeah.
Curves or something.
Yep.
Ooh, that'd be so cool.
That's my only thing. I wish I like the only reason I wish I would have paid an extra $200 for the Pro is the Pro actually has the sensors in order to follow. This one, I would, yeah. Somehow I'd have to manually follow with that one. Yeah. So manually follow, or like, I mean, I've thought of a couple of shots. I've not taken it out and done it yet. Is you can I could take the drone and like hover it in one spot, and it just has enough where you can see me riding around and everything.
Yeah.
Because over by where I live, I have plenty of like roads that are just empty and like have quite a bit of curves. So I don't know. I'll get footage of something at some point. So but I gotta wait for the bike stuff anyway because I'm getting tires next week for it. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that way I'm not dying.
Is it ride pretty rough with your current tires?
The tires currently on it, they ride fine, but they're 10+ years old, if not. If not the original tires from it.
That's crazy.
They didn't have any dry rot on them when I got it. They're starting to crack. The sidewall's starting to crack a little bit now. So I was like, it's time for new tires. So
cool. Should I do my show and tell now?
Yes.
One of them's not here yet.
Oh.
But I can still talk about it.
Okay.
I'll get the one thing I do have though. That you were with me when I.
Oh yeah,
got it. It's MLB The Show 25 for the Nintendo Switch. I don't know. Don't ask. Don't ask, guys. Uh, me and this is like my dad's not a huge gamer, but when an MLB The Show game comes out, that there's like a brand new big feature. It's every few years. It's not every year we get one, but every once in a while he'd be like, "We're gonna get MLB The Show this year," and it's when like me and my dad like come together.
Okay.
Where it's like, yes, we are so into it together, and it's so fun. Are they good? No. It's an annual sports game. What do you expect? It's the same game every year. And then they put it on the Nintendo Switch and it runs like garbage.
Is this the first one that they put on the Switch?
The first one they put on Switch is 22.
22. Okay.
They've had like 3 or 4 of these things on the Switch. And you can tell it was not meant to be on the Switch ever. But they make it work. I'm being honest. I don't hate it for like since the main way my dad plays it is the PS5. So when he's playing it or they're watching a TV or something, I just get out the Switch with it and it works. And you have cross progression, so all the stuff I'm doing on the PS5 is also on the Switch. So it really works out. It gets a little rough if you play for too long in handheld mode because it just gets hot and laggy. You drop some frames. But docked mode, it's great. 30 frames. It'd be nice if it was more, but you get what you get, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
I wish they could swing. I wish you could actually swing on it.
You know, that's why the PS3 is one of the best consoles because you could back then.
I have
with the PlayStation Move thing they have.
Wait, I have this show for PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
Wait, I could actually. Oh, that...
yeah, so
makes sense though. That was about the time that
in the camera, you could actually swing at the ball.
That's not surprising because of like the Wii was out around that time.
Yeah,
too.
And the Xbox 360 Kinect.
The Kinect, yep.
They were all trying to get in on the...
I think the Kinect was one. Okay, Wii was the top tier. Kinect was like next best thing.
I agree. I think Kinect was really cool. Yeah. I didn't get to really go to many people's houses who had a 360 and also had Kinect, but it was like in high school. I went with somebody, or I went to somebody's house and there was like a party and they had the 360 with Kinect. And that was my first time experiencing it, and I was like, "Holy cow, this is crazy!"
It was really buggy, but and it was hard to set up because you had to have the cameras. You had to have that's the Kinect, right? Where you had to have the
to have that big webcam.
Webcam. Okay, yep. And you could like basically like they had golf games for it, and they had baseball games for it, and you could like use your own golf club to sit there and use, which I thought was great. It was buggy, but
that blew my mind when I saw it. I was like, "What? How did I not hear about this?" It's like it just knows what you're doing because I mean it's just a camera watching you.
Yeah,
it was really cool.
Pre VR, like it was VR. It was VR before VR, really. But no, I wish you got the Nintendo Sports.
Yeah. Also, what I got, he was with me when I went and got this, and when I got it, I also got Nintendo.
Paid
Switch
like $100 for 2 games.
No, we don't need to bring up the price. We don't need to no. But it's out there now.
It's
later on in the episode. I gotta sell you on MLB The Show.
Huh?
Later on in the episode, I gotta sell you on MLB The Show, but we'll get back to that.
But I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. I've spent well over $100 on multiple games. I've spent well over $100 on also like 2 games, if not.
I mean, that's just how buying games goes nowadays. If you want 2 games, you're gonna be spending over $100.
Yeah, I guarantee my game list I would say my game list in just Switch is right around, if not over $500.
Man, yeah.
And then I mean that's not including any of my games on Steam, like on my computer or on my my Oculus. Like Half of them I don't play.
The Steam sales are really a killer when you have a computer that can actually run those games.
Yeah. Because Flight Sim, that was that one was pricey. I think just within Flight Sim and Modern Warfare. Yeah, within Flight Sim and Modern Warfare, two games that I don't play anymore. I used to play a lot of Modern Warfare, but it got too big.
Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got too big, and my computer. I mean, it was like I either had to pick between having a computer or just play Modern Warfare. Like I could play Modern Warfare and it would run okay, but I couldn't have anything else on the computer.
Man.
And I had to like wipe the computer in order to play it. I still have it. It is on a. It's on my external drive. It does not play nearly as good off the external drive. But
I kind of would have expected that. Yeah.
Mind you, that is like I didn't pay any money on that game except for buying it, and still within both of those is I think $120.
Man.
Yeah. So
if Modern Warfare 3 goes on sale for something stupid, I'll get it in again because
it won't.
Because I really enjoyed it when I played it.
Oh, I think I paid. I think I paid. I think I paid $50 for Black Ops 2 on the.
Oh my!
On my
really?
computer. Yeah, really.
Oh dear.
I wanted it though. That one is the one like I still will get on that one. Like especially when I'm.
How is online on Black Ops 2 PC?
Can't hardly find any servers.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them are private servers anyway. So, but I figured out how to create a custom lobby so that I can like play with bots and everything.
Okay.
And when I figured that one out, that was when I was like, yes, I love this gameplay.
There's a Yap-Trap video. We just play Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2, yes.
That'd be great. We've already done that multiple times on PS3. I mean, that's the go-to oftentimes.
If only we could record the PlayStation 3, but they didn't want that. PlayStation 3 did not like that idea.
I don't know if I told you about it, but so I thought I found a splitter, an HDMI splitter that could get rid of HDCP, which is a thing that doesn't let you. It didn't work.
Didn't work.
And I found out it's because apparently all the different like models and revisions of the PS3 all kind of have their own HDCP hardware, which means there's a different method and splitter you have to get.
Oh gosh!
For this specific version,
so
like,
you'd have
even
to, like,
down to the serial number.
That's what I was about to say. You're gonna have to look up the VIN number for it,
but nobody's made that list yet. I just found it out because I was reading all kinds of Reddit posts, and every time it'd be like, how do I capture PS3 gameplay? It's like, buy this splitter, it works great for me. And there's 400 people below it that says this doesn't work. And then one person that says, hey, this one works for me. So I can only assume that it's this specific serial number of PS3 works with this specific splitter and none of the other ones. And each one has a different different HDCP hardware in it, but no one's categorized it. I don't think anybody's really realized it.
Basically, the best game console ever made it so that you did a mistake in making it where you cannot record it at all unless you're just having a camera pointed at the.
You could probably do some weird thing with AV cables, but
you mean
it wouldn't look. It'd be like 480p. It'd be nasty.
I wonder if you could.
Because I have tried many times. I hope you all know. I've tried so many times because I'm like, man, I want to make a video series of me just playing Gran Turismo 6. And I cannot figure it out. I've gone down the rabbit hole so many times. And it's so hard to find a solution for capturing PS3 gameplay.
I wonder if there's a way to capture the monitor itself instead of the gameplay. Like,
yeah.
I feel like
captured the display.
yeah,
I don't know.
it'd probably have to
Really
be
don't
something
know.
with already a hard like. I don't know how it would work either. I'm sitting here thinking like how it would work, but I would
It's tough.
yeah.
Someone will probably come up with a solution someday and make some splitter that it's like, hey, this works with every PS3. I
This
don't
work
know.
with every console altogether.
Yeah,
Would be
that'd
nice
be
because
great.
like the Switch is also a pain in the butt to get gameplay of
Is it?
because you have to. I mean, it's a $60 part to go to the proper part for it to.
But you can just do it.
No, no, you have to have uh you have to have like a certain a capture card, but it's got to be a capture card like not a computer capture card. You have to get like a capture cable type thing. I don't
Hmm.
remember. It's a full on like
When I looked it up, it just said that it has HDCP, but it's not activated unless you open like the store or YouTube or something.
yeah no
Otherwise,
I
it's just you just plug it into a capture card. I don't know.
yeah and
I'll have to try it. And
what I was told was that it's a certain type of capture card. So I don't know.
hmm.
If you figure it out, let me know because
I do know there's also like a specific Elgato capture card that actually will work with every PS3, but it's like a $200 capture card. It's like a professional capture card, and I'm like,
it's not quite worth it
I
right
don't know if
now.
it's not worth it yet, unless I
Yeah.
was suddenly given $200 and they said, put this towards your PlayStation 3. I'd be like, well, do I buy two PS3s on eBay or do I buy the capture card that'll work?
Well, Trevor, you know his birthday was at the beginning of the month. I guarantee you didn't give him a good enough birthday gift. So
Trevor?
yeah, Trevor.
Oh.
No, it's your birthday. It's the beginning of the
Oh,
month.
right. Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I kind of blocked that out of my mind, so I forgot. My birthday, I frequently block out of my mind. Anyway,
So Trevor, since you
so
didn't give him
Trevor,
a good enough gift, you gotta, just hand him two
you
hundred
have to
dollars
buy
and
me a $200 Elgato capture card. Also, you have to buy yourself MLB The Show 25 so we can play together. You will probably hate it. Should I do my next show and tell, or tell you why I love modern and MLB The Show so much?
let's go with the MLB for now, and then
Okay.
after that,
So I don't remember. It was like 17 or 18, maybe, but it was in long after the PS3. They
I think it's
implemented a new mode in MLB The Show called Diamond Dynasty. I'm not a
okay.
huge baseball fan, by the way, so it's kind of weird that I'm kind of into these games, but I love going to watch them. I'm just not like following it all the time.
Yeah.
So, Diamond Dynasty is it's there's baseball excuse me. There's baseball cards and you play games and build your team with these baseball cards of the players.
Okay.
And there's even tons of retro cards. There's like thousands of cards in each game. And there's different modes you can play, like mini seasons, where you actually play a mini season of baseball against these fictional teams that have like crazy good players. Or there's
Got
Conquest.
Albert Pujols and Babe Ruth all on the same
They probably
team.
do. But that the fun of it is it's like what you do is when you play these games and like you win, you'll get card packs. And then you open the card pack and whatever's in it, you get that player and you can add them to your team.
Okay.
And there's specific ones you can work towards by playing moments where it's like here's a program for this player and you play these moments where it's like them really what's it called, kind of go through their highlights of their career,
Okay.
and by the end you get their card
Okay.
and stuff like that. It's so fun to try to like get these really hard cards and work really hard for it and build like the best team you can.
Okay.
It's awesome. I love it.
Is it like? Is it a pay to play though, where you can pay to get all of that? Like,
Oh yeah.
okay,
Oh yeah.
okay,
Yes, you can. You can. It's been tempting. I'll tell you what. It's very tempting every time you play. Where it's like, I could just buy 50 packs right now for like $30.
the thing is they always say that, and it's like, yeah, you buy 50, but you're only gonna get like 3 that are actually good, and
Exactly. Yeah.
the rest are just gonna upgrade your low level people to
Mm-hmm.
being a higher low level person. So
I don't. I don't. It's it's easier nowadays for me to not buy into that kind of thing because with the show, it's like you very rarely in a pack like the basic pack because there's different like levels of packs and different types. The base level pack you like get hardly anything, and that's kind of the only pack you can buy. But they're so fun. What else? Even if there's like ratings, it's kind of like a Madden game
okay,
where it's like this player has this number and this is how good they are. Here's their attributes. Here's like their power against right-handed pitchers, power against left-handed pitchers, fielding, arm, stealing, speed, all that kind of stuff.
okay, they can make a decent game within a year. Like I feel like 2025, like they made it within 2024. I would hope.
Mm.
If they were working on it longer than that, I mean,
They probably did it in less than a year.
yeah. So I would like to know like what could they actually do if they made like if they waited for 2026 and brought it out 4 years later. Like
Exactly.
what could they actually do to that game?
Yeah.
Because they already had like you're talking about all these like you have every single person that has pretty much every single person that's been in baseball is in that game. Like you
Sort of.
have, I guarantee you have Babe Ruth in there.
The
like,
majority of notable players,
Yeah.
yes. Not everyone, but
not everybody, but
well, actually, there's a lot of user created content as well. So there's custom rosters you can make. So someone can just go in and make, well, here's the 1955 season. Here's every single player that played
Yeah.
that year and all of their attributes. So you're technically right, actually.
yeah. So and all of them have the stats like based off of that person. Like
Mm-hmm.
again, Babe Ruth. Guarantee you have Babe Ruth, and it's like batting status, and it's got his home runs, and so that means they put it into an algorithm for sure that like separates his batting to his stamina and everything else. For everybody, it's that way.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing all this within less than a year, making a game like that. I want to know what they could do with multiple years.
It would be crazy.
It would be absolutely nuts. Like obviously from game to game right now they're just copying and pasting and then adding a little extra to it.
There's so little they add every year.
Yeah.
It's just kind of either a reskin or
It's like
they
buying
add a new mode.
It's like buying a new phone, like a brand new phone after already having the last brand new phone.
Exactly.
I bought the 15 and then they instantly brought out the 16 and I was like there's nothing different here, I guarantee. Except for like the 15's like known for having issues unless you get the 15 Pro or the 15 Pro Max, whatever they call it. So
yeah, and that's one of the reasons I don't we don't actually play every year. We usually wait a while, kind of. I don't know if that's just because my dad doesn't have money or what. Because like the only ones I've played are 13, 14, 13, 14, 18, 19. I may have played 17 a little bit. 22 and 25.
what is what's the one on the PlayStation 3?
13 and 14. There were a lot of them on the PS3.
I feel like
I think it started at 07 or 08.
I think we have 08.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I don't remember exactly what we have.
But the first game I ever played on the PS3 was MLB The Show 13, and I loved it. Yeah. And then we got 14 the next year, and I didn't like it. So I just kept playing 13. 17, I mean, 18 I didn't hardly
I
play.
heard 18 was okay though, like pretty.
I bet it was
decent.
pretty good. I just didn't play it at all.
Was it 18 or 19 that was pretty decent? I forget. One of those.
19 was when I finally like got it. I was like,
Okay, maybe it was 19.
okay, these games are fire.
Yeah.
And I played so much of it. I don't know what it was, but it was so hard to get diamonds in that one. Diamond players. And I'll never forgive them what they did. The one diamond player, so they like live update the players based on how well they do in the games,
Okay.
like real life games. So the last update they did was reduce my one diamond player I had down to a gold player, and I was so mad. Like, are you kidding me? Huge downside to these games,
technically,
though. Actually,
also technically, like one game, somebody could be a diamond player. The next game, they could be a gold player, and then the game after that, they can be a diamond player again, due to their like whatever their stats are throughout the years. Like, it makes sense. Like one game, you can have like somebody that's like a silver, and then you have another one that's a gold. Like next year they're a gold, next year they're a diamond. But like they could go up and down, like from game to game, pretty much because of like their stats within the previous year.
Yeah.
Which has been just ridiculous because you'd be like, oh, I want to get such and such because they were such a good fit for my roster on my last year's game or 2 years ago's game, and then you get them and it's like, oh wow, they suck this game.
Yep. Huge downside to Diamond Dynasty though. Diamond Dynasty is completely online. You can't play Diamond Dynasty without having an internet connection, which also means they will be shut down someday since they literally come out with a game every year.
Every year, yeah.
Like, I don't remember, like 18, 19, 20, they're gone.
Already?
Yeah. Jeez. I don't know about 20, but I know for sure 18 and 19, they're gone.
I feel like
can't
that's a
go
waste.
back.
That's such a waste.
I know.
That's such a waste.
It's really annoying. So it's, yeah. I love the games, but I hate them because it's like they're so fun to like grind a bunch and build a really good team, but then a few years later, like 5 years later, it's just gone.
And this is why I don't play sports games.
It's completely fair. That's completely fair. But it's just the trend of annual sports games needs to stop.
Yes.
It needs to be like, here is. I don't think they would because of how Fortnite and stuff like that is going. But it could be like MLB The Show 2030. And they run it for 10 years. Because, what is it? Fortnite's almost been around for 10 years now. Came out in 2017. I mean, we got 2 years till it's 10 years old, which is nuts.
Yeah,
but I feel like at least 5 to 10 years for one MLB The Show game would work. And then the next year you come out with MLB The Show 2040, and then it's there you go.
Or in really, at that point they can just do again like that Fortnite does and do seasons.
Yeah. I imagine
season 20. Say it's MLB 2030. So then you have season 30 or season 2030, season 2031, season, and you just go up the line of the years.
Yep. I don't imagine they do a decade annual, or what would you call that? I don't know, a decade release, because with the way Fortnite is now, they'd probably look at that and be like, if they didn't want to do annual releases anymore, they'd probably just be like,
they'd also make no
well,
money
let's just make one.
Yeah, they'd also
make it free, and just what is it called? It's just
pay to play
forever. And yeah, they're gonna add a billion more microtransactions, so actually it'd be terrible for the game. But I love MLB The Show, and I also hate it because it's like, man, this is really fun, and then it's gone.
Fortnite's good about not being pay to play. Like,
Yeah, they kind of give players a lot of free stuff nowadays.
That and also like a lot of the things that you can get on there doesn't like they don't help you with your game necessarily. Like there's
Yeah.
certain skins and everything that like help you kind of camouflage a little bit, but there's
It's always
nothing.
cosmetic.
Yeah, it's all cosmetics. Like your um everything that will help you the most is in the game, and you can learn. Like my brothers, they play it for free, like, and they can
Hmm.
win games for free.
Yeah.
There's no like pay to play. Like, oh, you get this high in your game, and you're like you start paying all this money and you're gonna start winning more. Not really for Fortnite.
Yeah.
I think that's why Fortnite and Minecraft are like the two biggest games still. Like Minecraft is still, I think it is still the biggest game.
It's still the
Like,
best selling game of
yeah,
all time. It surpassed Tetris a couple of years ago,
yeah, which
which
was
is nuts. Because it was like
Tetris.
Tetris was a pack-in game. People were
Yeah,
just buying the the console, and it's
mm-hmm.
like, well, Tetris came with it. Cool.
Yeah,
But Minecraft is its own thing.
yep. Well,
It's great.
they did have, was it PlayStation 3 had, I think PlayStation 4 also had it. No, PlayStation 4 was Spider-Man. PlayStation 3, you could buy it with Minecraft. They had
Really, they had a pack-in
yeah.
bundle.
No, wait, no, it was Xbox 360.
Yeah, that
It's
sounds
Xbox, yeah.
more like it.
Not PlayStation. PlayStation 3 was, I think PlayStation 3 was MLB, the show.
Yeah, actually, our PS3 might have been a pack-in bundle with 13. Maybe it might have.
Which might be what I have then too.
Maybe
But
I don't know.
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure PlayStation 3 was a pack in with MLB.
I bet it was at least a couple times.
Yeah. Which I didn't realize how long ago PlayStation 3 came out. 2006.
Yeah, we were only 2 years behind.
Yeah. We were.
But then back then it that first iteration, it was a giant hunk of plastic that nobody wanted.
Which is weird because then it became such a good console. Well, everybody liked the PlayStation 2 is why.
Yeah.
Everybody, it was PlayStation 2.
It's kind of funny that the Xbox 360 and PS3 generation kind of just stunk on both sides for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like Xbox 360 had the red ring of death, and then on the PS3 side, it was super expensive because they put a Blu-ray reader in there.
Yep.
And also, it had the yellow dot of death, where sometimes the power button would just blink yellow, and it was dead.
Yep.
And that's it.
And they had pretty expensive games. Like for the time, it was pretty expensive games. And then, but there was a lot to it.
With the revision of the PS3 Slim, that's when it really came together.
Yep.
And now it's my favorite console of all time. Well, I talk like I was around for the fat PS3 era. I don't think I've seen a fat PS. Wait, that's a lie. I don't think I've seen a fat PS3 in somebody's house ever.
Yeah,
like
it's always the Slim or the
yeah,
the super, not super.
I have only seen it in a retro game store, and that's it. I've never seen it in real life or whatever. Yeah, because the one that is in that game store is the first model, backwards compatible with PS2, and they have a price of like $250.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, we just talk about video games all the time.
All the time.
My second show and tell.
Yes.
It's not here yet. It'll be here Monday.
What is it?
It is the 2014 Ford Explorer.
You're getting a new truck?
I'm getting a car.
Oh, it's yeah. What? Why? What?
Yeah.
What do you mean it's gonna be here Monday?
I got it through car. I don't know if can I say this. I think this is fine. I got it through Carvana, and they're just gonna pull up with it and drop it off, and then drive away.
What?
Carvana is literally just like Amazon, but for cars. You just
Can I get motorcycles on that too?
I bet there's a motorcycle version out there.
There's not many
equivalent.
places that you can get motorcycles.
Really?
Carvana.
I don't know if you can get motorcycles on there, but I'm getting a new car.
How much was it?
Ooh, sorta new to me.
How much was it?
We're gonna have to cut this out.
Cut this part.
Cutting where I'm gonna talk about how much it was. It was
That's not bad.
17,500. Yeah, it's a 2014 Ford Explorer Limited with 76,000 miles on it.
Jeez.
And
It's like a brand new car.
yeah, I felt pretty good about it. And Carvana, we're not sponsored, but I really enjoyed my experience with Carvana. They tell you everywhere it's been, who's owned it, what kind of work did they do to it, if any. The only work that was done on this one, it hasn't had any problems. The only thing that was registered was like oil changes and getting a new sticker, and that was it.
Geez, they have a ton of things.
Really?
Yeah.
Now he's looking.
I am looking now.
But I'm super excited. Very sad to see the truck go. It's probably going to go to my family. Someone in my family will probably want to buy it from me. But
if not, I mean, I am trying to find a Dakota.
There you go. Maybe he'll see him driving it. I don't imagine
really,
it'll leave
because
my
yours,
family though.
yeah,
they're so attached to it.
And also, your car is just, your truck is, constantly braking.
Yeah, it is. For those, I don't even know if I've talked about it on the podcast. My truck was my grandpa's truck, and my grandma gave it to me when I got my driver's license. And it's kind of a sentimental thing, and it's kind of hard to get rid of it, but I kind of need to because it's just nickel and diming me right now. But I'm super excited for this Ford Explorer. It's black.
They don't have the car.
So
they don't have the truck I want. So.
Oh darn!
But they do have. Jeez.
Yeah.
Their prices are not bad.
I cannot wait to drive it because I'm so excited.
It's
got a lot of funny stuff.
Do they charge for like shipping? Like.
Yeah. So it costs like $300 to have it.
That's not bad.
Brought here. I could have just gone and picked it up in their location in Missouri, but yeah, I was just like, you can just bring it here. I don't care.
Darn road trip.
Yeah, but so it's a limited version, which means it's got like the fancy stuff on it, which is cool. Which funny thing about cars like that is it's like the limited version. The next year they come out with that car, it's just standard on every model pretty much. So it's got the heated seats. It's got the funny screen. We'll have to do a tour maybe once it comes. That'll be fun. One thing I really don't like about it though is it doesn't have real buttons.
What do you mean?
It's not. So to turn on the air, it's got like this panel. It's not a screen, but it's just a panel that's touch sensitive. And it's like here's the air, and you're just touching nothing.
And I know what you're talking about and they're never sensitive at all, so you're having to like jab your finger into it.
Yeah. And it's those types of buttons are like that's dangerous for driving.
Yeah.
Because nice part of the thing about buttons is they're tactile, so you can keep looking where you're driving, and like, oh, there's the knob for the fan, turn it up. With a touch thing, it's like, what am I touching? I can't even tell because it's just flat. You can't feel anything.
You're sitting there freezing your car in the middle of winter on accident.
Yeah.
Like blizzard going, you can't take your eyes off the road, but it is freezing in your car. I'm like, why is this not going? Why does it feel like it's getting colder?
Yeah.
Finally, you look down, you crash, and you're like, oh, no wonder.
So I don't like that, but for everything else I'm getting with it, I think it'll be really cool. There's a third row. I don't know when in the world I'm gonna need it,
when we make a
But-
FNAF 2 video
Oh, dear. But
and never bring it out.
I love it, but I don't know if I'll ever have to use it. But I don't know if I've talked to you about this, but I've always wanted like basically a minivan where I can just load a bunch of friends in it. We can go do something. It's so hard to
yeah,
organize that now, probably as adults, but it's something I've always dreamed of. So now I can finally do that.
Yes.
I can just be like, let's just go.
And I can't own a minivan for another 7 years.
Why?
Me and my dad have a bet.
What?
I have a bet with my dad
About minivans?
about minivans because I swore 3 years ago I would never own a minivan again because I had my gray van that I drove when I was in high school. I swore after that I would never own a minivan again, and he said it's a $500 bet if I own a minivan within 10 years of then, 7 years of now, if I own a minivan, I owe him $500. So that means even, and we went into the detail of even if I get married, like my wife cannot have a minivan.
What?
I cannot.
Wow.
There cannot be a
so
minivan.
if you get married, she's roped into the bet. Too.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so 10
Hey,
years.
there's a minivan out still right over here.
No.
Get it? Actually, no. It has like 240,000 miles on it.
My car has that.
It's insane.
My car has got quite a few. A minivan though, that many miles on a minivan is different than like a car like mine.
Yeah.
A car like mine, I can get 350 pretty easily and not have to worry about much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, minivan, no.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really exciting. I think we're about to wrap up. Oh, I was about to tell you about my bet that I have with my sister. Before we end it, I have a bet with my sister that's similar, sort of.
Okay.
It's the Harry Potter bet.
Okay.
So I don't remember if it's 10 years. I think it's 10 years. I told her, I bet you $100 that in the next 10 years they will reboot Harry Potter.
Ooh.
And I bet they will, because
That's a good toss-up bet.
I'm sure
though.
they will.
That's a good toss-up bet.
And supposedly, they're doing casting for a reboot TV show. But I told her it's like it can be announced, but it has to come out.
Okay. What's the amount on this bet?
Just $100.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it's like, yeah. I was really excited. I sent her that. I was like, hey, they're casting for it. But I don't know if I'll get it.
Get the $100?
Yeah,
I think
you're I don't know. I don't know if I can get it out of her. I could win the bet, and then she's just like, "No, I'm not giving you $100." And then it's like I can't do anything about that.
But you have bragging rights at that point.
Yeah, it's like I was right.
Oh, that's a hard bet though, because I'm like sitting here going, I would agree that they probably will.
We don't endorse gambling, but we should do something like that sometime, where it's like, some like movie or something we don't think is going to come out. That would be kind of funny. Maybe not even for money though.
No.
It's like, haha.
I don't know.
I can't think of anything right now. That's an idea.
Could bet on not viewers, bet on subscribers and win. I mean, at what point do we get 100 subscribers?
2090. No.
2090.
No.
When we're 80 years old, we'll finally have 100 subscribers.
That'd be funny. Well, thanks for watching.
This was a short episode.
Show and tell episode. I think we did like an hour, didn't we?
No, it's not even. It's only 7:04.
What time did we start?
It's like 45 minutes, maybe a little over that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
We don't gotta go forever. I think we had a good talk.
A little talk session.
That lasted as long as it needed to last.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching. What do we we say around here. Please subscribe if you want. Please like if you want. Please dislike if you want.
Only if you feel like it, though. If you don't feel like it, then don't do it.
Save this on your browser. Bookmark it right next to Facebook and Britannica and Google Gemini. That's what kids do.
Gemini.
I need to finish my supper. Bye.
Goodbye.